Hey everybody, you're listening to the Hisessions Hawaii podcast where we talk about everything local and beyond. I'm Johnny Masato, your host. Joining me today is Kyle Shimabukuro and Devon Nekoba. Before we begin, let me remind our listeners of all the ways they can stay in touch with the show. There is Facebook, Instagram, and X, all at Hisessions. You can go to SoundCloud, YouTube, and Apple Podcasts, or you can email us at hisessions@yahoo.com. If you'd like to help the show get more music on the channel, go to patreon.com, donate to get more involved with the show. You can go to kupukupulandscaping.com to find Kupu Kupu Landscaping for all your landscaping needs. Of course, Fort Ruger Market. This is a morning podcast, so we didn't eat Fort Ruger Market.
Which is why we all look really tired.
Yeah. It's a very unusual podcast. But I will say, I'm going to go to Fort Ruger Market after this for lunch.
There you go.
So
we should all go Fort Ruger after this for lunch.
Yeah. Well, you can follow me because I've made that commitment in my brain already. All right, visit Olelo Online with Kaliko Beamer Trap for anything Olelo Hawaii. You can learn how to speak. You can learn how to sing mele. You can get one-on-one lessons. There's everything there at oleloonline.com.
And it'll be helpful when you watch Chief of War.
Because
the first two, at least the first two episodes.
When
are
you watch
completely
Chief of War,
Olelo,
John,
Hawaii.
did you see it?
I have not watched it yet. No.
Oh, okay. I'm wondering if you can understand.
No, it is going to be way too fast for me.
Oh,
You'd be surprised, I think you'll be able to follow more than you think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I bet you people gonna wanna learn because of that.
They have been. They've actually been saying that there's been interest in people learning the
language again. Oh, that's
because of
awesome, man.
And the gentleman who played Kamehameha, and I apologize that I don't know his name, his choice on the film, which is interesting because it's his first ever film, is he said, I'm not speaking to anyone unless they're speaking to me in Hawaiian.
Oh.
So the crew, everybody learned Hawaiian in order to talk to him.
That's
and
awesome.
they said that it actually bonded the crew. It made them appreciate the Hawaiian language and Hawaiian culture even more, which is, yeah.
When I was in at UH Manoa,
There you go.
I took Hawaiian 206. That was my final class in Hawaiian. And for our final, we went to the island of Kauai for the weekend, and we had to speak only Hawaiian for the whole weekend.
Wow.
Did you not say anything the entire weekend?
And dude,
Did you just starve?
It was funny because it culminated with Pure Heart had a gig that weekend on Kauai, so everyone just went to that, and we just had a good time. It was a fun final.
It probably helped you too, being in a band and singing Hawaiian music too, right?
Yeah.
At that time.
But you also had to sing in English.
But my parents were like, because they would see us. We went to the Salt Flats, and then so they were on island because they brought Jake and Lopaka with them, and they were like, everybody out there, you're the only one carrying around your dictionary. I'm like, yeah, because I need to look at the words. Like I don't have them all memorized,
But did you pass that class?
Yeah, I passed that class.
What grade did you have?
I got an A in that class.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I mean, I did all the work.
It's like, we can't flunk John from Pure Heart.
No. It was, but there was guys in there that could speak already, like so they were.
So
that's juice, bro.
I have a question. When you recorded Pure Heart and you sang some Hawaiian stuff, was that during your class or was that before you
Before.
So
but the class definitely helped because helps your pronunciation, and when you kind of know what you're saying and stuff like that.
Did somebody help you during recording?
I think Puakea helped us. What we did for recording was Tracy Tarada took our recordings to Puakea and then had him listen to it, or he took it to somebody, and then they said, "Oh no, he's saying that kind of wrong." So they gave notes, and then I re-sang.
Oh, really?
Because you do your scratch track, right?
Yeah,
first. Yeah. So that's how we worked out that from that first album. You just have someone that.
Yeah. Yeah, that helps. Yeah.
Yeah. But then, when I talked to Dennis about it back in the day, like some of the stuff that even he sings is not technically correct, but phonetically for the song, it makes sense. But it's kind of like, when you sing English, like sometimes you don't say things exactly how you would speak it, right?
Yeah.
So it goes,
it's going to be May.
Yeah. So I mean, there is some artistic fluctuation that he at least he thought was acceptable because
nobody's gonna correct Dennis.
Yeah. Because it's music, right?
Well, I get that mele and talking is two different things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So before we do this, our guest is going to be running in here because there was some kind of traffic issue.
There's a big accident on the H1 going eastbound, and he was stuck. He's stuck in it.
Oh, okay.
So being that this is a morning podcast, that's kind of expected. For those of you who lived in Hawaii or have lived in Hawaii, you know that traffic is a thing here.
Yeah.
And
especially coming from that side.
Yeah, he's coming from the west side, and
Yeah.
then also school just started this week, so everybody's on the road.
Yeah, it's bananas.
Yeah.
It's mellowed out certain times of
Mhm.
the day, but it's also made other parts of the day junk. And I apologize. Daryl's gonna be texting me or you, so if
Yes, we have
I'm
our
checking the
phones on.
phone just to make sure that
Yeah.
I don't miss from him.
We have a special
I'm
guest.
outside.
We have a special guest that we actually made time to record on the
Yeah,
morning because he's
yeah.
such a special guest. So
Yes, exactly.
You guys are in for a treat.
So let me go through his bio real quick. So
we just going live.
Yeah.
yeah, we're gonna bio him, and then when he comes in, we're just gonna start talking because I didn't know some of this stuff. Right. So Daryl Bonilla, American actor, comedian, former professional wrestler.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that
He's
part.
And you can talk about it too. He owned a wrestling company in Hawaii
Yeah.
that put on shows.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. That's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
it has that in here, and it has all his accolades and his credits as an actor and comedian and stuff like that. He has an album, and then it goes also to say that he's a Green Lantern comic book enthusiast.
Oh, that's new.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know
To
that.
see if that's true.
So I think between wrestling, acting, and Green Lantern, we're gonna have a lot to talk about with him.
Are you a Green Lantern guy?
I'm not. I liked the Green Lantern back in the day with the comic books and stuff like that, but I was never an enthusiast. I'm kind of curious as to how you become a Green Lantern enthusiast.
I don't even know what a Green Lantern is.
You're kidding me, right?
Well, why was he named Green Lantern?
Because they're the Lantern Corps.
What is that?
It's a bunch of very super powerful beings that needed to fix the galaxy. They've been around for thousands of years, and so they created the Green Lantern Corps to police the universe. So you have to be a person with no fear in order to be a Green Lantern. If a lantern dies, then the ring goes off in search of someone who can take over the mantle. And that's how Hal Jordan became the Green Lantern. That's how Guy Gardner became the Green Lantern. All these guys.
Are you a Green Lantern?
I'm not a Green Lantern.
Okay.
I wish I was, though, because that freaking ring thing is cool.
Yeah, and basically the superpower is whatever you can think of, the ring will create.
Oh,
Yeah.
Right, with its
interesting.
green
Yeah.
energy or whatever.
Man, you guys know a lot of these comic book things.
The Green Lantern series was actually for me it was
Pretty
more
good.
Hal. For me, when I was growing up, it was more Hal Jordan. But like he probably grew up during Guy Gardner.
No, Hal Jordan.
Was Hal Jordan? Oh, okay.
And then there was an African American Green Lantern
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
I don't remember his name,
John-
but I liked him pretty good.
John, I forget. What
Oh
his
yeah,
name
is that a really like generic name?
Yeah, yeah,
John.
super- John Stewart.
Yeah, I was gonna say like the.
John Stewart. Like
John
that.
Stewart?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah.
yeah.
So
Well, we'll probably discuss more when he comes in.
I
Since
I
he's
have
a
I
Green
do have a
Lantern
lantern though.
professional. What?
I have a lantern.
You have a green like a.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
that's
if I have the ring, and if
I
you
don't
put
know
the
if you
ring,
should say
if you
that.
put the ring on the lantern, it glows.
oh yeah.
It's
Freaking cool.
Did your wife see
You know
it
why?
yet?
You know why? No, because I hide it from my wife.
Oh.
Anyway, so don't tell her if you've been watching this podcast.
When did you get this? Did you get it in your
It
adult
was a long
years?
time ago. Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. Of course. The thing was $200, man. You can't
Wow.
spend that kind of money.
Were you single at that time when you got it?
No. No, my wife doesn't know.
It's a collectible.
Yeah, it's
Kyle,
a
just like your baseball
We're
cards.
not
and-
Collectomaniacs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Collectomaniacs was a
No,
bad
collectibles
place.
is you put it on the shelf and you look at it. This guy plays with it.
No, I don't.
Well, you know what's sad is I can't look at. So Darren, our friend, our card collecting friend,
yeah.
you know, like I tell him, oh, what should I do with my cards? Like, should I display? It's like, no, you got to put them in a drawer or something because
Yeah.
he said that the light.
The light.
So I have all these collectible cards. They're just sitting in my closet.
Mhm.
That's not cool.
After this, I'll show you guys what we're gonna do at Made in Hawaii Festival. We're gonna launch collectible cards there, Made in
Oh.
Hawaii.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
For
nice.
High Life, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
that makes sense.
Signed by a UH athlete.
Oh, that's what you were doing.
Yeah, so it should be interesting.
Oh,
thing,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. It's about time they did stuff like that.
Yeah.
And maybe these boys will get some nice NIL from that.
Yeah, they are.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was going through my online feed the other day,
Yes.
and I thought to myself, I had this like epiphany, or I don't know what you would call it. I just had this thought because I'm scrolling through my feed, and there's an article that comes up, or a clip,
Mm-hmm.
and it's these reporters interviewing one of the coaches from the WNBA,
Okay.
and the clip is about what are we going to do about all these dildos that are being thrown on the
Yeah, I
court.
saw that.
What?
Yeah, I saw that.
And I just thought to myself, like, when the computers take over the world, which they are going to, I don't know if that's a bad thing. Like, what? I mean,
wait. What is not a bad thing?
that computers
Dildos
just take
or
over the world.
Why, you think
know?
the
Like,
dildo throwing was stopped
yeah, I
when
know.
the computers take over the world?
no, I just think, like, and then I had this thought of, like, Steve Jobs in 2008 holding up this device, you know? This is going to revolutionize the world.
And ruin it at the same time.
It's going to change
Yeah.
everything,
Yeah.
the way we think. It's going to connect us all. And did he know that not even 20 years later, people are going to be throwing phallic pieces onto courts?
Well, you know, that
Because
is
they
because
saw-
of that thing. Because
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Without the knowledge of knowing that you need to bring one that night, because back in the day, it would be a phone call or you have to mail a letter or something,
Yeah.
right? But now it's like instantaneous. Hey, tonight, bring your favorite toy.
So wait, now.
I'm just
I need
saying-
to wrap my head around this. So
I don't think humans
so wait,
are...
so people are going to WNBA games.
Not,
Yeah.
Is this specific
And-
game, though?
No.
No. It's just in general.
Why
But-
are they doing
yeah,
that,
Yeah.
though?
Is this like to
A protest?
to tease the players, or
Yeah,
are
it's like
Oh.
a prank. You
That's
know?
mean, actually.
The first one was
yeah.
the first one was a prank, and then, you know, everybody saw it online. So now everybody's trying to sneak in these things so they can throw it on the court, and so now they're having to do like bag checks and, you know, patting people down.
We are not.
And it's
We
it's
just can't
like,
have nice things.
Yeah,
we
can't-
No.
cannot have nice
No.
things.
The society is crumbling.
you know, before you could just go to a basketball game or
Yeah.
you could go to a baseball game, and not that I care about this part, but you could go to a baseball game and drink a beer in a glass bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah, now you
You can't do that anymore because
You could-
idiots.
You know what I
You
feel
can't
sorry?
even have the cap. Remember how they
Yeah.
took away the caps
You know
for
what?
stuff?
Because they were
We
throwing
went,
batteries at people too before.
Yeah.
But
That's true.
what's sad is there's little girls and kids at these games.
Yeah.
And
Right.
they're going like, what is that? You know, it's like terrible.
Yeah.
Well,
And
yeah,
he's the one without kids.
I know. Yeah, I was gonna say
He's
kids
bringing it
figure
up.
that stuff out pretty early. So
Well,
I
I
don't think
just
there's
know I
too
wouldn't do
many of
that.
them.
That's-
That's,
Well, yeah.
Knowing the audience that's there,
But
it's
it's
terrible.
interesting too because you guys used to do crazy stuff at the games, but it was always in kind of good fun. Like our
it
friend
was,
Eddie would.
I wouldn't say it was tastefully done, but
Right,
it was,
right,
it was,
yeah,
it was all
exactly.
in fun. And
Exactly.
Not in, not offending
like
people.
go pull. Didn't you guys pull the There was a thing where they would pull the seat covers from the toilet, from the
Oh
bathroom.
yeah, there'll be toilet
And-
paper lays. Yeah, you know that. I don't think they even they have that still.
Yeah, they still have it,
Yeah, yeah.
So they'd break it. You bust up in the middle. They put it on their neck.
Yeah,
and
we would
then
lay
Eddie
people-
They would lay people
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
stands.
Everybody in the Super Ruda section be wearing one.
And I have to again. I think it's one of the reasons why you have a Super Rooter section, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was like a college party every weekend. You know,
yeah,
so,
and I
yeah.
think they're starting to build that up again
I
at
see
the
it.
UH games.
I
yeah,
see it.
which is cool.
Yeah.
which is cool. But unless you're deciding to throw dildos onto the field, in which case maybe don't do that part.
I don't
Like,
think
it
that
doesn't
can
have to
happen
be
in
that.
Hawaii. They'll get licked.
I don't know.
I don't know,
Some
man.
people might think it's kind of funny, and the thing is, like, what I also find funny is that, you know, all these article feeds come up and they're showing the thing being tossed, and then they blur it, so now it's just a blurred
It's like a
like
digitized blur.
yeah, and it's like we all know what it is, you know, like you don't have to blur it.
Well,
It's
there
just-
was
it's-
one point in a hockey game I remember these certain one they used to throw dead taco on the octopus.
Oh really?
Yeah, onto the
yeah, that was something for some reason.
yeah.
That was I think that's the Kraken.
Oh, is that what it
Oh,
is?
Seattle Kraken.
Oh, I don't know, but man, can you imagine throwing one dead taco onto the ice? That's
Well, can you
gross.
imagine
That's
bringing
valuable.
that
Bring
with
that thing
you?
in?
Yeah, yeah.
There's some slimy stuff to throw too, you know.
Yeah.
The ink and everything else.
Yeah.
Eesh.
But man, I was just like,
Would you rather have a dead taco thrown at you or a dildo?
Taco, because you can actually, well, I can actually do something with the taco. The dildo, really.
Don't lie.
There's no actual use for that.
yeah, but the taco, like
Not for
Kyle
me,
said,
anyway.
it's like a slimy, gross thing to clean
So
up.
you would pick
Yeah, but you can
I
cook
think
them
the
in.
dildo, like they just kicked it off the court.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just rubber.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
don't even know why we're talking about this.
Well, it's just
John brought it up.
I just thought about it because I had this thought like, where is our society at
Nice.
this point? You know, like you can't go anywhere, you can't do anything.
You think
'Cause it's just
2020,
Well, 'cause
crazy
they keep coming
beginning
up with
of
those
COVID,
stupid things.
flipped us into a different dimension? Because it feels like
No,
everything's
we're
a
already
movie.
Yeah, we're already
headed
going
in
on
that
this
direction,
path
and
anyway.
this just sort of exacerbated the problem because people had nothing better to do than look at their phones and look at their computers, and people
No,
started
but
doing.
2020 made it worse because you're stuck in your house doing that.
Yeah,
You couldn't
yeah,
even go to
yeah.
the beach and swim.
But then
know
you
what I
get,
mean?
but then you get stuck into that mode, and then once it's done, you still continue to be addicted
Yeah.
to the.
You know what, I was telling my techie friend the other night that I think social media eventually is gonna die, and the reason why is because when you watch your Instagram or Facebook, you now cannot tell what's real and what's fake. There's fake news. There's fake people talking with that looks real. You know, there's fake video feeds. There's fake sightings of this. There's everything fake now, and there's gonna come a point where you cannot tell what's real and fake, and people are just gonna get tired of looking at this stuff. Because
Yeah.
I'm getting tired of looking at it already.
I don't know, man. Those are the people that make that have good critical thinking skills, and I think we've established
sarcastic?
over the course of a few years that critical thinking skills are not something
No,
that
but let's say you
the
dumb.
general public is really good
Well,
with.
let's say you're a dumb guy, right? That looks at the feed and go, "Oh, that must be true."
No,
Eventually,
see-
somebody gonna call you out and go, "You dumb shit, that was fake."
No,
and then
but
you'll be
that's-
like, "Oh, I better not look at
No,
Instagram
but that's the
anymore."
thing, Kyle. That's the thing. It has nothing to do with intelligence. It has to do with critical thinking. Critical thinking is a very different thing.
Explain it.
So critical thinking is looking at two things and going, huh, all right, you have the ability to compare and contrast the two things. And you go, okay, that one is real and that one is not.
Yeah.
And it's because of this and this and this, right?
Yeah.
If you're stupid, it doesn't matter. You're going to believe either one,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
If you lack critical thinking skills, you really cannot tell the difference because you're looking at it going, I don't know, looks the same to me.
Well, here's the thing.
Because
This-
you lack the knowledge.
Yeah, but I think
to
people
make that distinction.
eventually are gonna yearn for reality because now we're not living in it. You know what I mean? And I feel like if that turns the tide, then social media and all this kind of thing is gonna switch too. And I'm probably saying this because I really hope it does.
Oh no! I think
You know?
I think all three of us do.
Yeah.
But I think until there becomes a point where people take the time and the energy to become better critical thinkers, it will not happen because it's too easy to get the spoon-fed stuff of dildos being thrown at the courts and going, "That's funny.
Yeah.
Let's do that," right? Instead of critically thinking, socially, is that really something to do because there's kids
Yeah,
at the
but
game?
I saw, like-
there's little girls at the game.
Yeah.
Is this something that right? But
Yeah.
people don't do that.
I
And that's
saw
the part
actually
that
a
is bad.
fake tsunami clip of the
Yeah.
tsunami hitting Hawaii
Yeah,
as if it was real.
and people went, "Ooh!"
And I'm like, come on, you guys. You don't have anything better to do than try to
No,
do
but
this stupid
here's
shit to
here's
get
where I'm
views and
Yeah.
clicks, you know?
here's where I'm pessimistic. See, I see a lot of that stuff online, and because my kids show me,
Mhm.
and I go like, "That's not real," because I know what's
Are they showing you because they think it's real? Or do you
yeah,
think it's
because
fake?
that's all they see is
See,
online.
You gotta teach your kids
That's
critical thinking.
that's
then.
their only reference is what they've seen online. Whereas I've lived 47 years of life, so like I can go like, no, Hank Aaron did not hit this many home runs or whatever because like I know because I read the books and I.
But also, I mean, in a lot of ways, right? You can do the critical thinking that's required to discern between the two things, right? Whereas a lot of people don't do that. They immediately go for the thing that they see. That's the part that he's talking about. And that's the thing that, I mean, thank you Gonzaga, but that's the class I had to take,
Well-
that they teach you that stuff. But if you don't get taught that stuff,
Well,
you
for
just sit there going,
example,
"Oh, okay."
I don't know if this was real or not. I mean, the post was real, but I don't know what context this person was using the post. But it was a post of Phil Collins and
playing with his son.
no,
Yeah.
and, no, and
that
Paul McCartney.
Mm.
And Paul McCartney is there at the hospital,
Yeah.
and Phil's and like, this person was just saying like, oh, I wish I had seen Phil Collins and before he couldn't perform anymore. So I don't know if the person was referencing this picture. Anyway, the picture to me is clearly AI because it has a younger looking Paul McCartney in the picture.
Mm.
He doesn't look like that anymore. He's old. It was just young enough. I mean, it was old enough to kind of look real.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, I know Paul McCartney and I know what he looks like now. He doesn't look like that. So, because I have this former reference, I can tell that this picture's fake. But I think most people wouldn't be able to tell it's fake because it just looks like Paul McCartney and Phil Collins.
And us guys, we live in an age where AI could not fool us at all because now they're grabbing old pictures of your grandparents and they can turn that into video of them talking to you or smiling and moving.
That one
and
is
it's creepy as
wild.
fuck. But
Yeah.
it's cool to see, but it's creepy too because now you don't know when that was actually taken. Was that a real photo that was retouched? That was a real video that was reconditioned to look like this, or was it all completely fake? And my fear is that your kids are blessed to have parents that can teach them critical thinking. You can say, brother, that's fake. Don't even believe that. What happens when they have kids?
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter. All these kids,
he's like, I'm not really hopeful.
They're starting. Their reference point is the phone and what's on
the fake stuff.
Yeah, that's a reference point already. So that's when they are our age, they're going to be referencing back to, I remember seeing this, but their data is going to be wrong because they started with made up stuff.
That's what I'm saying. It's just going to perpetuate bullshit.
Okay, I'm gonna talk about something that happened during one of the shows that we did. So when we did the show at Kaimuki, right?
You're with kids.
Well, yeah. No. So what happened was we were doing, I believe we were doing Happily. No, it might have been Nara. Anyway, while we were doing the show, a gentleman had an incident. He had a heart attack.
I remember that.
Remember that?
Yep.
Okay. Now, what was interesting to me after the fact was we were all across the stage. We're doing the final sort of, the final song. And the gentleman had the incident right in front of me.
Yeah.
Like he was sitting right there. And
he passed, right?
He did. He passed.
Yeah.
They were able to revive him at the show. But what ended up happening was we ended the show. They got everybody out. And, the ambulance came. They did the emergency, did everything they could. They did a great job. But what was fascinating to me was later on, people who are in our cast who are down at the other end of the stage, who were not in front, were saying, "Oh man, the guy," blah, blah. They were super emotionally wrecked about it. And I was like, what are you talking about? Like the guy was in front of, he was literally in front of me. Because where I was standing on stage, he was right in my eyesight.
Yeah, but as kids, you don't deal with death yet as much.
Well, I know, but that's what I mean. Because the kids, because people, I think in general now, they grow up having distance from these events. But in their mind, it's happening right now to me in this moment, even if it's not. And they connect the experience and the emotion to it that I don't necessarily think they need to do.
You know what?
But it was tripping me out because I was like, wow. And it's sort of like what you see now with people looking at these doom scrolling things, right? They look and they go, like your kids looking at tidal wave stuff. It's like you were there and nothing happened. You saw the video. So what are you watching? Why are you not able to make that connection?
Yeah.
Right?
But these kids too, they're also desensitized from seeing that kind of thing. I mean, John killed how many people last night playing Fortnite? Because when I was texting you, I know you was playing Fortnite and you never answered. So how many people you killed? Kids are so used to killing things online and seeing fake things like that. When they finally see it in real life, it's traumatic for them because
we're getting our ass kicked.
But that's the thing; they didn't even see it. They think they saw it,
but
the event happened way over here, and you've seen that.
But that's reality, though. They're shocked with reality because they're so used to seeing it.
I guess so. It was an interesting phenomena that that pushed me back a little bit. It's like that. It's like when you were talking about your what is it? That phenomena where you think
Mandela effect?
Yeah, the Mandela effect thing, right? That you think you see something, but it didn't actually happen that way, and you go, yeah, C-3PO and his silver leg, which is not actually true, but that's what people remember.
Yeah,
it's interesting.
What about your Fortnite, John? Last night? Did you save the world?
No, we're getting our asses handed to us last night.
No wonder you didn't text
by
back.
what, like 12-year-olds?
Yeah, probably.
Were they calling you bitches and
they were dancing, picking us up? Yeah. Because
picking you up.
Yeah, you can pick people up and throw them. So what happens is that every so often they update the game.
Yeah.
Right. They do chapters and seasons. So yesterday started a new season, and I have this suspicion that the algorithm for the thing, when they do a new season, they reset all the algorithms. So every time there's a new season, we just get completely destroyed because we're playing all really good players, and then I think over the next few days it kind of like figures out where we're supposed to be.
How do you not get completely disheartened and decide I don't want to do this today? Because I mean I played on a couple of those where you're
when a 9-year-old kicks your ass and you just feel defeated.
No. I played with a friend of mine. He's like, oh, okay, we're gonna play. It was like it was Call of Duty or something like that, but you can both jump on, and literally I would spawn, I would appear, and bang, I get shot in the head, and I was like, what the hell? And I would appear someplace else, and bang, I'll get shot in the head, and I was like, this is fucking no fun at all,
it's
man.
like when we play laser tag,
Yeah, kind of. Well, it's like laser tag when they were all shooting.
Yeah, shooting you.
Well, even he was on our team and I was shooting him. He was
standing in front of me going, I'm like, Kyle.
He was acting all cocky, that's why.
I was not acting cocky. I was trying to win.
The first
was that
game,
the one in Ilikai?
Yeah, the first game he kicked all our ass. I told my team, that was his team, let's kill him first. So he just shot him. Was fun,
I used to love going to that thing. That was a lot of fun.
I didn't like that thing.
I miss doing it.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's weird because that's why I stopped playing those, because not only was I getting beaten by 9-year-olds, but I was getting beaten by my friends, and there's no chance to learn how to play the game because you're too busy getting
weird
killed.
like that. Yeah, you would think that they would somehow figure out a way to get newer players acclimated, but no, you're just thrown in with the big dogs.
Sink or swim,
yeah,
man.
On Saturday, one of my friend's kids came to my house with the mom, but the dad didn't come. Dwayne, he didn't come. Yeah. And I was sitting next to her talking about her senior T-shirt design that I gotta do, which is fine, Yeah. Because I knew her when she was baby.
Oh yeah.
But I told her, your father, he's super competitive, and she goes, yeah. I go, I used to get him super mad, And she goes, how?
Oh yeah.
I had Tekken.
Street Fighter.
Remember Tekken?
Yeah, Tekken. Yeah.
And I had this PlayStation at my house in my office, and he always he's a fighter. Like, he's like a black belt, like, judo guy.
Okay.
He's
like a 5-dan black belt.
Yeah.
He's really.
I mean, he could kick my ass, but not in Tekken. So I used to play with him. And granted, I'm not good at Tekken, but he was trying real hard to beat me because, it's a fight game, right?
Right.
But it came to a point where I got good enough to not even look at the screen or look at the controllers, because all I knew was if I just press the buttons as fast as I can and do any kind of stuff, I'm going to beat him. So a couple games, I tried playing, and, it's kind of close. And towards the end, I was going, I can just beat this guy. So I'll be pressing any kind of buttons like that. And then he would die, but he'd be getting mad. And he would look at me, and I'm like this, smiling like this, and he's not even looking at the screen. And towards the end, he goes, we gotta stop. And I go, why? He goes, because I'm gonna punch you in the face. And he's so mad. So that's when I learned that.
Well,
you know,
there is this thing called rage quitting.
Yeah,
No,
you
it
know.
does not
Yeah,
translate,
that's skill.
No, not so much.
Yeah. There's
You
a
cannot
phenomenon
just do
called,
anything in a fight.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you could. But
Yeah.
It's not gonna help you.
That's the first time I seen him so mad that he was red and he was gonna punch me in the face. So I had to stop.
well, like, so last night I just, I know that this happens every time because in past seasons I have like rage quit and like got all pissed off. Like, I'm done. Like, yeah. But then, so last time I'm like, oh, we died again, you know? All right.
So, okay, because how many are on your team? Like 6 guys?
4.
4 guys? Okay, so as you each die, does one of you just go, oh, fuck, there's only me left. I'm just going to walk into the fire and let him just kill me? Or do they actually try to like revive you or do something?
Well, this is an ongoing thing at my house, but there's one guy on our team. I won't name his name, but
you want to look in the camera while you say it?
he's consistently like off on his own, not in the middle of the fight.
He's not a team player.
What?
Yeah, it's complicated. I don't
Is he
wanna
doing
get too into-
Overwatch or is he just...
He just like tries to shoot from a distance. Like he doesn't.
Yeah,
get
well, he
into
does
the-
Overwatch, yeah.
And then we all die, and then he like runs away and tries to like get our cards and reboot us and stuff.
Can you shoot him?
No,
Oh,
can't shoot
I would
him.
shoot
But
that guy.
but actually that's smart that you have somebody doing Overwatch
No.
for you. No?
No, well, I mean, I guess it works sometimes.
Yeah.
But you know, the 10 minutes that he's hiding, grabbing the cards,
Yeah.
running to another section of the map,
Yeah.
restarting us, we're just sitting there like
Watching
waiting. You know,
Yeah,
like,
but otherwise you're just dead.
yeah, but then we can start another game if
Oh,
we're
Oh,
dead.
I
that's-
see.
so that's your thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
I see.
You know,
The
so-
time
And
wise.
you
I
told
would-
him this, and what does he say?
That's just his style of playing or whatever. I mean, we tease him about it constantly. It is a nonstop. Like Asa doesn't even like if he's on. Asa's like, I don't want to play
You know what?
because Asa wants to fight. Like he doesn't want to.
See, that's the
Wait,
thing.
you know?
Yeah.
That would probably be how Kyle would fight.
No, I'll try to kill you guys on my team. They're fun. But, you know, he told me the other day, I was picking up lunch at Ruger, and he was like, oh, man, I think I'm going to retire from Fortnite pretty soon because I got some friends not being able to play.
Whatever.
Yeah.
And he goes, I just got to do something more productive. And I said, you think? He goes, I go, what are you planning on doing? He goes, maybe write some music and play music again. You know?
Wow.
And I'm like, yeah, you've been wasting like 5 years just playing this game. What do you think you're going to do with this game? You know, like write music, man. Do something creative.
But I don't know. I mean, you gotta enjoy doing the music if you're gonna do it too.
Yeah, but
You
I
know?
think you're at a point where you can now. It's not pressured. That's why.
Yeah, maybe.
You know,
yeah.
it's not going to be a profession. You're not going to have to rely on income. You can do it when you want.
Yeah.
You can free to do whatever you like.
But that's also why he doesn't do it, because he's like, I'm free to do it whenever I want. I don't think I want to do it right now.
You know, there is a little bit of truth to that in that, like, some of the fun is the idea of trying to get somewhere with it, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, like, that's a lot of the motivation, right?
Yeah.
That's why, like, fighters, you know, like, they fight and then they hit their big payday and then they don't train anymore.
You, as a musician, it's like fishing. You just got to throw out bait. Sometimes you can get on big hit.
Yeah.
You know, and then you set. Then you just go, oh, that was fun. You hear yourself on the radio.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I don't know. I guess there's different personalities. I've always just been someone that, like, I can't just do something for just fun. There's got to be some
What
kind
is
of, like,
Fortnite?
that's the first thing that I feel like in 20 years that I just do.
Well,
for,
and
but
for you,
but there is
but-
an aspect of, like, I want to get better at this, you know?
Well, but also too, I think for you, there's a communal aspect of it, right? I
Right.
mean, it's why you do the pod with us every
Right,
Tuesday, because then he gets to have his sort of time with his boys, because now
His old
the
man
boys are scattered.
get out of my yard session.
Well, but they're also, you know, the boys are scattered at the four corners of the earth. And
Yeah.
so for them, this is the way they get together.
Actually, that is the one good thing out of it. You get to reconnect with friends that are far away on a weekly
Yeah.
basis, scheduled to kind of
Yeah.
just talk shit, play
Yep.
something together. You know.
Yeah.
So I get to talk.
Unlike Kyle, who goes, 6:30, my house, bring your own stuff. Okay, see you.
Yeah.
And that's all he has to do, which is why we always say Kyle is the hub around which everybody circulates. But he always says he's not.
Do I-
But every time he goes, We go meet up. Everybody shows up. Like, we cannot call him and go, hey, Carl, we can meet at your house or what? Because he goes, whoa, what for? Oh, we just seen each other. Why we got to do this again? Nah, no need. And then, like, 2 days later, he goes, okay, let's go to my house.
You know what I do that makes life a lot easier for get-togethers? And maybe you guys can take that as advice. Because, it's always good to get together with your friends.
Right.
But planning it is a bitch, right? Oh, potluck. Oh, I'm going to bring the mac salad. Ooh, I'm going to bring them at 8 o'clock at night. Well, don't bring the mac salad then. Bring dessert or something.
Yeah.
So what we've done for years, we just say, this is not a potluck. This is a gathering. And all we're gathering for is to just spend time with each other. Who cares what kind of food we eat? So if you feel like eating chicken katsu, go buy Dinah's chicken katsu and come with your food.
Yeah.
And everybody just brings their own dinner because everybody has dietary issues too. So we're getting old, right? Oh, I lactose, I can't eat that. Oh, I'm allergic to cabbage and shit like that, right? So I'm not going to plan a potluck around somebody else's allergies, right? So we tell people to just BYOE.
Yeah.
Bring your own everything.
Yeah.
And, they can bring their own drinks. They can bring their own snacks to share. But you come with your dinner. Mm-hmm. And it's been working out great for the past, 10 years?
At least.
Yeah. Because that's the thing that hinders people from coming, right? They go, I got to bring chicken. I don't like cook or I don't like pick up, But this way, you just bring your own meal. You're going to eat dinner anyway. Just bring it to our house and eat.
Yeah.
And then we just spend time together and talk story.
Yeah, that part is
so
cool.
I think that's something that I can say that really been beneficial for our gatherings.
Well, my thing, though, is, right, we've been over the years trying to almost force our children to become friends with each other, to, like, hang out. It's why we went on the cruise together and stuff. And they are. Yeah. But my thing is, who is that Kyle? Who is that person? Or Kyle and Sherry, your wife. But who are those people that are going to open their house up and go, okay, everybody come over, hang out, right? Because once you guys go, we won't.
Do you guys, as a group of friends, rotate houses to gather at, or is this a certain few people that you guys gather at?
It's been one guy lately, but I guess we could rotate. But it's just whoever has the house that can handle.
Accommodate, right?
Yeah, accommodate.
Yeah. So like, even for us guys, there's only a few people in our gang that can accommodate.
Yeah.
Because either parking or just no space, or you know.
Yeah.
So like this house that we do the podcast in is one of those houses.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah?
Oh, really? Yeah, well, Dave's always entertaining,
Yeah.
right?
So we always have stuff here.
Yeah.
But then Taylor is out in Mililani. He's got a house that can fit people.
Yeah.
I have to make it out to one of his soirees one of these days.
In fact, I thought to talk to you about that. But why don't we do this? We're gonna take a quick break.
Okay.
We'll bring Daryl in.
Oh, he's here.
No, but
Oh.
but I don't want this podcast to be an hour and a half long. So
true.
we already talked for like 40 minutes.
Okay.
All right. So we'll bring him in and then we'll get going. So we'll be back in just a few minutes. And we're back.
Hey.
So Daryl Bonilla is in the house.
Daryl magically appeared.
Woo! Thanks for coming in, man.
Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure.
Well,
we're sorry about the traffic. It was not our fault, but we're sorry.
I'm coming out of Waianae. It's always traffic.
Dude,
what happened on the accident?
Nah, I think just had like on Twig on the road. It's like every little thing in Waianae and it just shuts down the whole road.
Dude, when it rains, it's nuts over there. Yeah.
No, it's
because you guys don't get rain and it rains and people are like, oh,
yeah.
They drive like 50
Like, what is
miles an hour.
this?
Well, I've never seen this before. It's crazy. It just shuts down.
Well, let me ask you this question since we're on the top of Waianae. I have a friend in real estate who thinks Waianae will one day be the next Hawaii Kai. In that it is going to be the suburb to the city of Kapolei.
Oh, I hope not.
And it'll be the nice like area. And I said, I don't think
Ah.
in our lifetime. I mean, maybe.
Well,
maybe
the community won't stand for that.
Yeah, you already see a little bit of it now. It's
really?
Like some development and stuff
Coming
like
in?
that. And just got to fix the roads first because they're going to just keep building all these houses and we have no roads to generate that traffic.
And no extra ingress or egress out, right?
I don't even know what that means, but but I would say yes.
It just means when the one road is broke.
Oh,
that's it, bro.
that
You
is
guys,
it,
right?
yeah.
If even getting in or getting out,
Correct.
You all just stuck.
You're stuck, pretty much,
right?
yeah.
Like they opened up the what is it? There's a side access road or something.
Yeah, there's that emergency access that
but
they
you know
open up, but they only open that on rare occasions.
so
You know what?
Not
That
even
is
on
like,
emergency.
But
Yeah, the
that is
tsunami
like,
didn't open it
that
for
is
the
like
tsunami.
Hawaii Kai.
Yeah.
There's only one. Well, unless you go around the island, but K Highway is it.
Yeah.
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 I guess so. Yeah, in a way.
I'm not sure why they built it that way. I don't.
It's just crazy too, and then nobody uses garages for cars anymore.
Yeah, that's the party. Yeah.
Yeah, so like all the cars are on the street, so
Yeah.
all these two-way streets are now just one-way streets that you can barely get through.
Oh,
one-way.
try driving to Pro City.
Yeah, horrendous.
Lower Pro City is like that, man. It's crazy.
No, that is a thing. I mean, Aliamanu, what's that? Not Royal Summit. Man, there's an area like a Waipahu area.
Yeah.
Yeah, you walk down the street, everybody's using their garage as a like second living room,
Yeah.
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 and all the cars are
Big
in the
screen TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in a
Playing
way, I'm
games,
like,
yeah.
oh, that seems kind of nice, you know,
Yeah.
because you kind of get the outside air, breeze, and stuff, and you're still watching TV.
It's more community. You see your neighbors walking the
Yeah.
dog, talk story
Yeah.
with them. You know, it is community.
Yeah.
You know.
So in a way, I kind of like it. But yeah, if somehow you could fit the car in later,
Yeah.
would be good.
Yeah, just make some room so I don't have to pull over for
Yeah.
5 cars past before I can.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right.
Oh,
yeah,
geez.
actually,
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
coming up this street is like that.
So you were born and raised in Waianae. Went to Waianae High School.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And then where you went after that?
I did LCC for a bit, and then that was as far as.
And then got into acting, comedy, and wrestling and all that stuff.
What was first? Acting or comedy? I mean,
Uh,
acting, comedy, or wrestling?
Acting was first, then the wrestling, and then comedy came late. Surprisingly, a lot of people assumed I was doing stand-up comedy for years, but no, I got into stand-up comedy.
That's how good he
real
is.
late in the game. Yeah. That's how I was able to trick people because they thought I was doing it for a long time, and I was like, no.
But do you think the acting and the wrestling probably helped you
Oh,
get into that?
a
easy,
lot.
right?
Yeah. So it already gave me kind of what like we call stage presence, right?
Yeah.
So I already had that. So like even if I had no material, which I didn't in the beginning, I would just talk. So and that's from the wrestling, right? Getting on the mic and talking and engaging the audience and getting their reactions. So I used a lot of those, I guess, techniques in the early game, and then from there my act started forming. I started finding jokes and finding little buttons on the end of the jokes and expanding on stuff. So yeah.
So what was the first acting job you did? Because the first time I seen you perform was The Mayor at Kumu with Eddie guys.
Yes.
And that's the first time I saw you. I'm like, that guy's funny, bro. Yeah. He should be in
He
Lisa
was natural,
Matsumoto
yeah.
shows
I know.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite stories was that because you guys all came to see Eddie.
Yeah.
Right. And then so the next show we did after the one you guys all came to, Eddie was talking to me and he said that after the show, Lisa went right up to him and go, "Why is that guy not in our shows?
Exactly. Yeah.
Get this guy and get him to audition for our shows and stuff."
Yeah.
And I was like, "All right, on." Took a while, but I finally did.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
Well,
But that wasn't my first one. Because even at Kumu, that wasn't my first show either. I think the first show outside of was at LCC. I did a lot of the Hawaiian style theater.
Oh,
So it was
okay.
this little show called Forever with Paul Cravat. That was the first.
Was it like improv or something, or
No, it's just stories that was written by the students in the class, and then we put the show together. So we did like 2 little lab shows, and then from there we developed it into a bigger show for the main stage.
okay.
man, so have you always been kind of someone who liked to be in front of people, doing things like?
Not really. That was surprising. Yeah, so I kind of got into it by accident. I mean, I did like entertaining, but I just took a course in 7th grade, just thinking easy A. Drama, you know what I mean? So I just took this drama class going from 6th grade to 7th grade. We can pick your electives. And I said, easy A. And so I took the class and then I really enjoyed it. And then, so every year I made sure I took some kind of drama throughout intermediate and high school.
That's great that you get that experience. Like, man, we never had drama in I guess in high school we did, but not in elementary.
Because Waianae didn't even have a drama program, and they literally just started one the year I came in as a freshman.
Oh, no way, really?
Yeah, so
Wow.
even like the teacher had no drama experience, but they just wanted to start some kind of drama
So all
program.
that video stuff all came in after you were at the school?
It was after, so that would have been
okay.
that would have been awesome if that came in
Yeah,
while I was
man.
there. I would have
Right.
loved being part of the Sea Rider production.
Yeah.
But that literally came in like a couple years after I
You-
graduated.
you know-
Is there any classmates right now that's still doing what you're doing from that drama class?
No, I think I'm the
Oh,
only one that's
yeah.
still kind of acting from my drama class that I had coming up. Yeah.
Cool, man.
And so, were you always a professional wrestling fan too, or is that? I know Waianae, they have some good gyms out there, right? That do that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
was it that, or were you watching Hulk Hogan and all that back in the day? And
Yeah, I would say probably. Yeah, at a young age, I got into professional wrestling. I got into it actually from the local professional wrestling, the
Wrestling
Polynesian.
Hawaii.
Yeah, like Polynesian Pacific Pro
Yeah,
Wrestling.
yeah.
Leah Maivia, the Rock's grandma that she was running and stuff like that. I had a cousin who worked on the ring crew, so he would bring us in and we'd get to watch the shows at the Blaisdell all the time.
Oh,
so
nice.
I got to watch it live and get to see some of the big mainland
Those are the
stars.
the Block Arena days, right?
Yeah. So right after the Block Arena days, because most of the time they was doing shows at the Blaisdell at that point and stuff like that. So this was maybe like 83, 84. So right before the boom too of WrestleMania and Hulkamania and all that stuff started blowing up. So so I've been a fan from around that.
What is
young
a part
age.
of it that draws you to it? Is it because as a person who also when you ran your own wrestling thing, is it the dramatic part of it? Is it the physical aspect of the actual wrestling, or?
For me, because even as a young kid, I knew this is entertainment, right?
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's
And
good.
stuff. But I love the larger than life personas.
Characters.
Yeah, like the Macho Man Randy Savage, like that guy that stood out right from the
Like
back.
real life superheroes.
Yeah, I just enjoyed it. Like
Yeah.
I just had fun with it, and I loved bad guys telling fans off and getting their comeuppance and all that kind of stuff. And then I did like the physicality, but I did like the drama and that build up to that match. So by the time you got to that match, it was like big fight feel. So yeah.
Who was your favorite Hawaii wrestler and then mainland wrestler?
Favorite Hawaii wrestler was Siva Afi or Sivi Afi, depending on where he was wrestling. But he was the first one because I didn't even know he was a wrestler. I was actually watching the matches, and he was like, I was sitting in the seats, and he was standing talking story with somebody, and he just had this big bright aloha shirt. And I remember pointing him out, I was like, "Who's this guy?" Like wearing this bright aloha shirt. And then the match was going on. Then the guy started getting attacked by these multiple bad guys. Then all of a sudden, this guy just ripped off his Hawaiian shirt. He was yoked, and he ran into the ring and he started kicking butt. And I was like, "Oh, I like this guy." So that was my favorite Hawaii.
Did you know he was a wrestler when he did that? Or
No, I had no
what this
idea.
guy
Yeah,
did?
exactly. Yeah. So that's why I was like, it got my attention, and I was like, okay, I like this guy. So that was my favorite Hawaii wrestler. Probably my first mainland wrestler that I became a fan was, like I said, Macho Man.
Okay.
And then when I got introduced to Kurt Hennig, Mr. Perfect.
oh, Mr. Perfect.
He was my favorite.
Mr. Perfect had this move. And correct me if I'm wrong. Where he would be walking into the ring and he'd always chewing gum, and then he would spit out his gum and then hit it with his hand,
Yep.
and it would go flying into the audience.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I used to want to try and do that myself.
Yeah.
So I did that one time, and I hit it, and it ended up in some girl's hair.
Oh no!
And this is like Waianae, so it's
Oh yeah.
so
Dave,
she don't play around.
Yeah.
And so she came up to me and she's like, and she was like trying to see if I was like, no, I have no idea. And that was my first acting job, was pretending it wasn't me
To
who
save
would
your
hit
life.
that
Yeah.
gum in her
I
hair.
don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I was like, no, I think some other guy. I was, man, wow, I hope you find out who did that. And I hope if she's watching, I'm so sorry. Don't hate me. Don't beat me up.
Hey, it grew back by now.
Yeah. Thankfully, she got
See,
it out without having cut her hair.
We grew up in a younger generation, the older generation, where like with Steve Armstrong, Torkomaka,
Oh yeah.
those
Oh,
guys.
man,
right?
yeah, that's old
Yeah.
school.
But
Oh, Mr. Perfect. Yeah, he was good.
Yeah.
And I think I said this on a recent podcast. I said, if you ever have the opportunity to go to a live wrestling, go. Like, it is so much fun. Like, even because all the behind the scenes stuff that you don't even see on TV is what makes it exciting and fun. And
Yeah.
right?
So
I used to say that about my wrestling when I started mine, and a lot of my friends who, even if they weren't fans of wrestling, I said, no, you gotta come and watch at least once.
Yeah.
Just to, and then they would come, and even if they weren't fans of it, they would love it because it's a different thing, because everything's right there. So you hear everything, and you feel everything. You stay with the audience. You're just having fun, and it's right there, and yeah. So it's very much a live experience.
Yeah.
Dwayne was a huge.
yeah,
fan.
we had
My
our friend Dwayne got hooked on watching
Oh,
you
yeah.
guys wrestle, and this guy is this is the guy that's the judo guy that I would beat Tekken with. He could marry me.
Okay.
I mean, he's a real fighter guy, but then he would love going to
Oh, he
these
loved
things,
it. He'll be there every time. Every day. Yep. He'll be there every show.
So what made you decide, well, I like this enough to start my own production?
I never thought about it. I just I never even thought about getting into it, but when I was watching TV and then I saw wrestling and I saw like it was current. So it was like it wasn't just like old clips of the old Polynesian wrestling, it was like new stuff. And I was like, "Oh, okay." And I was like, "All right." And some of it wasn't that great, you know what I mean? And then that's when you start doing, "Oh, I can do it better than that," you know. And even if you can't, you start thinking you can. And then I saw a couple guys come on and they were like really good. And I was like, "Oh, okay, this is pretty good." And then I just reached out. So I reached out to the promoter, which was Lars Anderson at the time, who wrestled at Polynesian Pacific. In fact, he was the one getting beat up when Siva Afi went make the save. So I reached out to him about training, and then he told me how much, and I said, "Well, you guys need one commentator instead." So he brought me in to just kind of. So I thought I was just coming to watch the show, and so just to kind of get a feel for it, and then maybe come on as an announcer or whatever, and then. Like, I'm there, and he gave me the mic. He said, "Go ahead and, like, straight up go ahead and ring announce and announce the wrestlers." And he gave me the match card and stuff. And the only thing that helped me was that I actually was watching a show, so I knew some of these guys already. But, yeah, he just kind of threw me out there, and I did it, and he liked it. And then I came back to sit down. He go, "Oh, you like do some commentary to the match by myself?"
Wow.
And so I did, and he liked it, and then he just kept bringing me back. And then I kind of came in as a host of the wrestling. And then... And then through there, other promotions kind of, because that one fell apart, and then some other promotions would come and go, and nothing really stuck. And I would just watch so much potential, yeah. So, like, for me, I was like, there's so much potential here, and we keep missing it. So, like, and then they always say, right, if you think you can do a better job, then why you not try doing?
Yeah.
And so I stopped being a performer, and I was just kind of doing my acting and stuff like that. And then I started doing some research and looking into the cost and everything like that, because I knew that would just be me 100% financing this thing. Right. So I just kind of looked into it, did the research. Took me about a year to make sure, because I didn't want to just start it without having anything. So yeah, and then finally I was like, you know what, I think I'm gonna go for it, and I did. And so yeah, that's when I started the Action Zone Wrestling.
And did you end up doing the same thing to Nolan Hong and getting him involved in the commentating later on?
Yeah, so Nolan would reach out
Yeah.
and stuff, because he would come too, right,
Yeah.
with everybody and watch and stuff like that, and he enjoyed it. And then he kind of asked and kind of inquired the same way I did about, hey, you know, and stuff. And I was like, yeah, sure. And then I brought him in, and same thing, he did such a great job, and so and he just loved doing it, you know what I mean? So he would take time out of his schedule and come and do the announcing, and he did a really good job, and he was very credible as the announcer. So and that helps a lot when you have a credible announcer that, you know, brings some authenticity, you know, authentic thing to it, right? So he's like, that sounds like a sports guy. So and I feel like I had really good stuff. So I had him, and I had Felipe Ojastro before
That's
he
amazing.
stuff. Yeah, that was my announcer. So like I was made out with these guys. They were so great.
Well, what about you guys? Who are your favorite wrestlers? Or go around the table.
Mine was Hawaii. Was probably Steve Armstrong. He was kind of like the Hulk Hogan of Hawaii back in the day.
Steve Armstrong.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have to be honest. I
Or
watched
Superfly-
the thing. I watched
Superfly
the thing.
Snuka.
Yeah, Superfly. Like I recognize the names, but I was in Kona, bro. We never got that kind of stuff. Like when by the time I think for a lot of people, right, the formative years, that sort of period between, like, I don't know, 3rd, 4th, 5th grade, like that time, you start to watch that stuff and you go, oh, that's really cool, and you get into it, and then it either seeps into you and you stick with it, or you go, that's okay. And sorry, I did the that's okay. Like, I watched WWE, and then they became, or WWF,
Right,
and they became WWE, and then I don't know, there was something about when I realized it was not real that made me go, oh, nah, that's okay. And maybe it's because also too, I've never been to a WrestleMania or any sort of professional thing. Unfortunately, I also missed watching Daryl's stuff, but I could appreciate it. I could appreciate the effort and the acting that went into it.
It's violent entertainment. It's physical entertainment.
Yeah, it's like sports theater.
Yeah.
Basically, because it's a physical form of
Oh,
theater.
yeah.
Physicality, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know
Unreal.
how
I don't know
guys
how
do that.
people don't get hurt at night after night. They probably do.
And that's the thing I tell people, because they go, oh, they get up and they're fine. It's like, well, you kind of, that's what the training is. You basically training your body to get used to, because you're basically teaching your body to do things that it's not naturally meant to do.
They're stuntmen, actually.
Yeah. So you're just basically building up your callus of your body so that you can take those kind of bumps and hits and stuff, so that you can get through and, walk away from something.
That's why when they said, "Oh yeah, Daryl's wrestling," I'm like, Daryl? Wait, Daryl Bonilla is wrestling. Like he's getting thrown around in the ring. What the hell? Because dude, you were like,
So
you look like you was $1.5, bro.
Yeah, when I first, it was funny because when I first started, I was still super, and then because I was doing the wrestling, then I had to bulk up, and which I did, but when I first started, that's why I was doing more manager type stuff.
Was there a weight class?
No, because there were guys. Here's the thing, though, as thin as I was one of the bigger guys when I first started.
Way, really?
There were guys that were shorter than me and thinner than me, and then it wasn't until I, then later on we started getting, more bigger guys as they started training. But height wise, I was like doing these announcing. So if you watch these old clips of me doing announcing, I'm literally like, and then
Oh, no way.
putting the mic down and stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
I know we
wait.
don't have much time with you because you got a hard out, right?
Well, what you said?
Do you have to do that at a certain
I
time?
go on hard what?
No, but do you have a...
No, but we get some time. No worries. I mean, we can be okay. Yeah.
Because there's so much stuff I wanted to cover with you.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
I mean,
I know he wants to cover Green Lantern.
Like, no,
'cause
like-
that's his favorite thing.
just step by step of the things you've done.
Yeah.
I want to know the chronology. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay. Of the things you've did, because over the years you have morphed into different types of things, but still in the public eye in different things for
Always,
sure.
yeah.
And it started off with probably when I saw you in the Mayor, and the next thing I know you're the That's My Bank guy,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
We also did
And then
Beyond
you did
Paradise.
Beyond Paradise. What came first?
So I did the mayor, and then I did the mayor. I did a couple of the Lee Cataluna, her first two shows, right? The mayor, and then I did Aloha Friday
Okay.
and stuff. But so shortly after, I think I did. See, now I'm getting my times mixed up.
Yeah.
So actually, the first thing that came first was the Beyond Paradise.
Beyond Paradise, yeah.
That was your first gig in
That was my first
acting.
act. As far as I did I did an extra work in the Birds of Paradise series. I did one episode, and I did extra work as an extra in Fantasy Island, the pilot, and that was it. Other than that, then I got this movie, and so I did Beyond Paradise, and then when I came back from filming Beyond Paradise, I got involved with the wrestling.
Oh, okay.
And then right after I got involved with wrestling, then I got the mail.
So I watched Beyond Paradise probably again. I forgot that I seen it before, but I watched it again last week when I knew you were coming on, just to see and refresh my memory on what it was. And it's a great film for an indie film. It kind of reminds me of The North Shore in a way.
Yeah.
And
Much more gritty.
much more gritty, but
Yeah.
that filmed in that kind of location and
Yeah.
then the pigeon and all that kind of stuff. You've became kind of like a cultural icon recently in years with a different generation. Like my sister's kid's boyfriend was shocked when he saw you at Lisa's play watching it, because he was like, that's the guy from Beyond Paradise, Mark Thompson and whatever, right? So I'm like, what are you talking about? He goes, yeah. And then he was like starstruck. So I asked them, how does they know who you are? Because
That
they're
movie is
way
almost
younger.
30 years old.
Yeah, the movie is almost 30
Yeah,
years old.
yeah. So I
But-
think YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically.
But
They take a
apparently,
clip, right?
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah.
either Kamehameha or one of the schools plays it in their class.
Yeah, I've heard that too. Yep.
And that's how they know who you are in that movie.
Yeah.
Right? But what is that class that they're paying for? Is it for like Hawaiian studies or something?
It's a little bit of everything. So I know some people have used it like social studies classes, or so when they bring up the topic of race relations or drug abuse, stuff like that. So like I've even heard about it being used at drug counseling courses as well. So yeah, I think each generation, I think, because when the movie first came out in the theaters, then it kind of blew up and everybody kind of knew it.
Yeah.
And then it went away. Then it took a while to get on DVD, and then DVD came out, and then a whole new crop of people started discovering the movie. And then same thing kind of went away.
Yeah.
And then the movie started posting on YouTube. And so a lot of people discovered it that way. And then now, of course, with social media, somebody might post a clip of Beyond Paradise, and then people who love it gonna be like, oh, I remember that movie. That movie is my movie, And then people who never saw the movie is like, hey, what movie is this? And, and then now they're discovering it. So, yeah.
So that iconic line that you said that everybody knows you by from that movie, was it written that way, or did you ad-lib it during the filming of that movie?
I ad-libbed it. So it's basically we were doing like a rehearsal at the school. The director walked the 4 of us actors around to take a look at Konawaina and stuff like that, and then he sat us down and we rehearsed that scene. And so the line wasn't in there. It was just it was just like, oh, just another stupid haole. And then he's like, no, Mark Thompson from California, and that was it. So the way we were sitting was the actor that played Mark, and then the actor who played Ronnie Boy was in the front, and then me and the actor who played Zulu were in the back.
Yeah.
So every time he said that line when we was rehearsing, I would just lean over to Zulu, the actor playing Zulu, and just go, "Oh, Mark Thompson," just to make him laugh, which I was doing. Yeah. And so just to kind of mess around. And then he told the director, he's like, "Hey, David, you gotta listen to what Daryl's saying. It's pretty funny." And then he said what I said, and I told him, and I said it in the way I said it, and then we just kind of laughed. And then a couple of days later, we're getting ready to shoot the scene. They give us the new sides, which is like the little scripts, right? So they give us the sides, and they're going to add the line in.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
And you're like, yes.
Oh, it's great, because when we do the scene, I said a line, and all the extras are trying not to laugh.
Because they never know you're going
to They never know.
Yeah.
So then they say cut, and then the director gave them permission. Like, no, you guys can totally laugh.
Yeah.
Like, go for it. And then so we did a couple more times. So, yeah. So it's just...
You have to set the scene, though, because not everybody's seen the clip.
Set the scene up.
So
I guess it was Mark Thompson is this haole guy from the mainland.
First day in school. He's in the class, and then the teacher's like going through his speech, notices the new kid, and he's like, "Hey, who are you?" And then before the kid can announce who he is, I jump in with, "Oh, just another stupid haole." And then he turns to me and like kind of like, bucking up a little bit, chest out, like, "No, Mark Thompson from California." And then I just kind of like typical, like sarcastic, "Ooh, Mark Thompson," and that's all it became.
And then now everybody knows that line.
That line, yeah.
And attaches it to him. A certain generation too. That line attaches.
Because now it's like, even my daughter, like she'll, her friends will be like, "Hey, wait, that's your dad is the guy from Beyond Paradise," and then they'll be like, "Oh, because my mom and dad are big fans of that movie, and they told me that's the guy," and then they go and watch it and they go, "Oh, that's the guy." From Beyond.
My question is, when you walking in Foodland getting groceries and stuff, do you get that Mark Thompson line thrown at you, or do you get that "That's my bank" line thrown at you? Which one do you think is the most popular catchphrases that you've accomplished in your career?
Wow, it just depends. They both.
There's different generations.
Yeah, they're both up there though. They're both up there. So like, I would say, "That's my bank" is probably the one people yell out the most
at you
randomly, right? And so Mark Thompson is more like they would ask me first, like, "Hey, you the guy from Beyond Paradise?" And if I confirm it, then it's followed by, "Oh, Mark Thompson." They say like after they get the confirmation. But "That's my bank" is the one people yell out, "Hey, that's my bank."
And what do you do in return?
Depends. So sometimes I have fun with it and I ignore it.
Yeah.
Because then I like them to be like, "Oh, hey, that wasn't the guy." So ashamed. A lot of times I just acknowledge and, give the nod or the shaka. Yeah.
And what's the story with that Bank of Hawaii commercial?
So that one just came as an audition. Yeah, just came as an audition. So I went in and then originally was the 2 guys in the beginning. So when we went in, had me and the other actor, we read the parts. So the one guy would never have any lines. His parts was just reacting. Mm-hmm. So I read that part first. So I just kind of reacting to the other guy doing the lines, which is like, "Oh, there's my bank. Hey, there's my bank again. Hey, my bank. Where's your bank?" And then the guy just got to be like, "Oh, getting annoyed." And then they flipped it. And then I did the bank guy, and I started just kind of doing it and whatever. And then they always say it's right when you go auditions, if they start asking you to do other stuff, that means, there's some interest there, right? So he was like, "Hey, you know what?" Then he gave me a checkbook, and he said, "Try to incorporate this into your lines." So I did that, and then they had me do it one more time where I just can now just go and improv and just riff your lines.
And that's where you got your thing.
That's where I got the "That's my bank" and all that, because I was just saying all kinds of stuff about, "Oh, look at that hot chick by my bank," and I was just doing all this kind of corny stuff, and that's how I got the gig. And we just did the one commercial, and that became pretty well known. People really enjoyed it, and then nothing. And then I guess a couple years went by, and then they came back to us about doing it as a campaign, and that's where we started doing it more.
And then you got a girlfriend who is our friend Noel.
Yeah.
So
That catchphrase took on like wildfire in the States. It's kind of like where's the beef kind of thing in the national campaign. That
dude, there was he got a bobblehead.
I think you were the first one in Hawaii to actually get your own bobblehead.
Yeah. maybe.
You know what I mean? So it really took off. But what's fascinating is the two lines that you made popular in this, in these generations was lines that were made up by you, not written in the script. That's pretty.
I should have copyrighted.
I know, right?
That Bank of Hawaii, man, that was as good of a marketing campaign as any I've seen, right, in 20 years.
Oh, that was such a fun
Everybody
gig.
knew
Yeah,
it.
such a fun gig.
And you did multiple commercials after that, or was it just
like 3 or 4? Yeah.
Of the bank ones, I did a ton of those because
and the catchphrase was still there at every ending.
Yeah, just the original wasn't. And then when we came back as a campaign, then they added that line as a bumper. That's my bank at the end of the commercials. Then that's where from there it kind of became the thing.
That's still your bank.
No. No. It wasn't even my bank when I did the first commercial.
It's always the case, yeah.
So when I did the campaign, part of the contract was I gotta open up on an account with Bank of Hawaii. So that's when I was like, all right, I'll sign up now.
Can you put the money you're paying me for this gig into that account, please?
Yeah.
I wanted to backtrack on Beyond Paradise because I think Beyond Paradise as a movie was very different when you watched it because it actually got into kind of the grittier side of Hawaii. It was stuff that, I mean, it was called Beyond Paradise, but it wasn't North Shore in any way, shape, or form. And there was drug use, there was all kinds of stuff.
Movies.
It was deep, it was heavy, and I think that was the thing that resonated for a lot of people.
And it was in Kona.
Yeah,
it wasn't. In my mind, I'm thinking it was North Shore.
No,
but it was when I think about it, it was in Kona.
Yeah,
like, oh,
that's why for me it meant something because I went to Kona.
Yeah.
So to see where you guys had that big fight, and I'm like, hey,
I got beat up over there.
I was standing over there. You know what I mean? And there was very much a sense of place about it. But that's the part that made it interesting is that sense of place that you got about this movie. If you were from here, right, is a very different place because you go, oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Because everybody had these experiences, but they weren't pleasant experiences. They were bad experiences. But you remember that kid who was on drugs, and if you went in his house, you were like,
just
oh, shit, I better not sit down over here because I don't know what's going to happen. You know what I mean? Or those kids in school and whatnot. And that was nice. I think the fact that they actively tried for that they didn't hide from that, was something that was hopefully was helpful for you guys too, right?
Did you see similarities from doing that movie and being in the school that you was too at that time?
A little bit. Like growing up in Hawaii, right, we get the reputation, right? And to me, if you was one haole new to the school, and haole not necessarily means white for that, could just be somebody who new to the school. And I always felt like if you came into the school and you were cool, don't make waves, you're not trying to be like how high maka or anything like that, you can be fine. But just like anybody else, you new to one school and you come in chest out, then somebody gonna cave the chest in. You know what I mean? Like that can happen because
anywhere's like that.
Yeah, like so that was more what I would see. You know what I mean? Because in my school, but so for me, and I never went to Kona or anything. In fact, going there for the movie was the first time I was ever on Kona. So a lot of times, so even with some of the lines, like I'll be like, I wouldn't say one line like that. And then so I'd ask the extras who was from Kona, and I would ask them, like, hey, you guys, this your guys slang? Because everybody know Pidgin a little bit different at different places. And so, then I would get the confirmation like, oh, no, we don't say that. Then I was like, okay, I got to say it a certain way so that it doesn't look like I'm trying to be
and they
authentic.
gave you, but it's nice because they gave you guys the freedom to sort of, to make it your own, to make sure that it was authentic.
Yeah, I know. Right? The director gave me a lot of freedom with that character to kind of play and have fun and do my thing. Like,
do you still keep in touch with some of the cast members, or what are they doing now?
Yeah, I actually do. And if you follow me on Instagram and stuff like that, I actually been doing some like Zoom reunions with them, with some of the old cast members and stuff like that. So yeah, if you go On YouTube as well, I get the full conversations I've had with some of the actors.
How can they find you?
On YouTube and Instagram is at comedian Daryl B.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you look it up, then so get some short clips on my Instagram, and then if you go YouTube, get the full conversation. So far I've had one with Lorenzo Callender, who played Ronnie Boy, and Priscilla Basque, who played Lehua, and then I also had one with Troy Ignacio, who played Aku, and I get a couple more. In fact, I'm doing one this weekend with one of the cast members. So I've been doing that whenever I can reach out to them. So yeah.
Oh, that's amazing that you guys still keep in touch.
Yeah.
You know, and as a lot of them still doing acting and stuff.
Yeah, some of them do. Some of them stopped. I know like Lorenzo still is acting. Troy's been acting. So yeah, some of them have. Some of them haven't. Like I know the actor who played Mark, like he stopped acting and stuff like that, and he kind of has a nice little successful business that he runs now and
in
stuff
Hawaii
like
or
in the mainland. But I think he married one Molokai girl.
Oh no
really?
way!
Yeah. So
right
so
on.
never worked out for Mark Thompson with Lehua, but Roy Newton took care of business.
Well, hey man, I know you have a heart out, and we got a couple of things that we got to do before you head out. So, real quick, Green Lantern, best
Yes.
comic book superhero.
Yes, without question. But then, see, guys get different Green Lanterns too,
Yeah, I was
right?
gonna
So,
say.
so for me, this is my opinion. So Green Lantern I got introduced was the Hal Jordan, the Green Lantern. That's the one I got introduced to, fan of. Then in 1994, they introduced Kyle Rayner. Done. That's my favorite character. My favorite Green Lantern is Kyle Rayner.
Well, why is that?
He just was different, like, because I was one of those Green Lantern fans that reading the Green Lanterns, I didn't like the whole Green Lantern Corps. Because it was like, because then you start getting writers just creating characters that are just goofy looking just to give them rings. Just to say,
give them a ring.
Yeah, I created a Green Lantern. So here's a Green Lantern that is looks like a celery stick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he's a Green Lantern, so it got kind of corny. So I liked when it was focused, right? So like when you had a few Green Lanterns. So what happened was, so with that storyline was Hal Jordan went crazy, which was awesome. Got reinvented, so he became like more like a Magneto type of character where he's bad, but you kind of understand why he's doing what he's doing. There's motive behind what he's doing, and his new uniform was amazing. So I like that for Hal Jordan. And then they introduced this new guy, and he was kind of like. So if you're a new reader, right? So I think that was what made him popular, was that you can follow his story from the beginning. So you saw his transformation from like this kid that had no idea what was going on, and you see him mature into this amazing Green Lantern. And he was the one that, even though it looked like he got it by luck, he was on and persevere, and you found out there was a little bit more deeper meaning to him. So he was a little bit more artistic. Because Green Lantern is so that's why when I used to watch the cartoon with the Justice, it was a great cartoon. The Super Friends was good because he actually made stuff with the ring.
Yeah, right.
But then the newer Justice League, he just would do bubbles and beams. And I'm like, you get one ring that you saying can do anything.
Yeah.
Let's see it. So with this character in the comics, especially comics, is a visual art.
Yeah.
So he was making crazy stuff with his ring, and that resonated with me.
I have a question though. It's kind of serious one.
Okay.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, no.
Oh, you can bring it down.
So, do you have a ring that lights up when you point it to the lantern?
No.
But
But
brother over here get one.
I did get one I did get one costume.
Oh, you got costume.
I got I got
one
gifted.
up on you, bro.
Yeah, I got the Green Lantern costume, and it came with a ring. It didn't glow, but my emblem on the costume did light up.
Wow.
So I rocked that for a good couple years.
Well,
Halloween, only Halloween.
okay.
Only Halloween. Only Halloween.
Not like
Just-
Ocean
well,
Club.
just to be
no,
sure.
no.
Okay, wait, real quick. Green Lantern movie with Ryan Reynolds.
I was gonna say, how many times did you throw up during that movie?
So here's the thing, right? So I didn't hate it as much as people say. I didn't hate it. It wasn't great, but it wasn't horrible. Like all the stuff they did on Oa with the core and stuff, I thought that was well done and stuff. But I think what they did was they did the thing that I didn't like even in the comics where they win, because Parallax was actually Hal Jordan in the comics. He became bad and he took on the name Parallax. So that was the thing. But then later on when they brought Hal Jordan back from the dead and they kind of had to, redeem him because he did some bad stuff, they retconned it like they do a lot of stuff in comics. So they would change it so that Hal Jordan didn't turn bad.
Right.
This entity of Parallax is an alien entity that took his body and made him Parallax. So in that, the fact that they used the Parallax entity angle, I never liked that. the fact that they had Hector Hammond as the villain just screaming the whole movie, like just screaming for no
I don't
reason.
even remember that villain.
The guy with the big head.
Yeah.
And all he did the whole movie just screamed.
Yeah.
I thought it would be better served if they just went, if they was using a Hal Jordan storyline, then just make Sinestro the villain right off the bat.
Yeah, they were trying to set that up, and I was like, no, just make him the bad guy. It's fine.
Right.
So I think it would be better served if they just had done it.
Okay,
that way.
and then did you see Superman?
I did not yet.
Oh, okay.
But then the Guy Gardner version.
Yeah.
So, so it's like hit or miss for me with the look, right? Because I know the bowl cut is what people say that's his iconic look, but that was only his look for a certain period in the comics.
Yeah.
So I know that. So in that regard, they're going for the Justice League International version of Guy Gardner, where he was kind of like one jokey punchline.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, I get it. So in that regard, it's like, okay, I get it. But I know the actor is good.
Oh yeah.
So I'm sure
Nathan Fillion's done so much stuff with him.
So I know watching it, when I do watch it, I was so either this weekend or next, I'm hoping to go and watch it.
I want to hear what you.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna enjoy him as Guy Gardner.
Yeah.
Even if the look isn't 100%.
And he does more than shoot out beams. And
That's what I mean. Yeah, so if he just
you'll enjoy that part.
Yeah, if he's just doing beams and bubbles again, then I was like, ugh.
Okay, guys, we gotta cut it short there because we're on a time crunch. But thank you for tuning in.
I just wanted to ask, how can we find you on your comedy side too? Like, is there a place that you perform at nightly? How can they watch you?
No, that's fine. I mean, yeah, you can, like, my Instagram is probably the best chance for where I only use that for like promote shows and stuff like that.
Do you have a show coming up?
I don't have anything because like I don't perform as much as I used to. So I still perform from time to time. I just did, the last show I did was at the Blue Note with Augie and Andy Bumatai and James Mane. So that was a fun show. So I'm going to get out as much as I used to, but I still do what I do. So yeah, you can just follow me at comedian Daryl B, and then, see any upcoming shows or projects that I might come up.
Okay.
Yeah.
And hopefully he'll be stuck in traffic more, and it'll give him more opportunity.
Yeah, more
content.
Hey, more material, just thinking.
Thanks for coming out, man. We really appreciate
No,
you
thanks.
fighting traffic.
I appreciate you guys making the schedule for me and stuff like that.
Yeah, maybe we can get you back one day.
Yeah, we can do a part 2 if people want to see it. Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Oh, wait. What about the 3 albums?
All right.
We got 10 minutes. We got 10 minutes.
We still have to take picture and do.
No, right now.
All right. If you're stranded on a desert island for all of eternity and had to listen to 3 albums for the rest of the time, what would those 3 albums be? Sorry, I didn't do all the setup and stuff.
3 albums. I'll definitely have The Barge.
Really?
I love The Barge.
All
The
right.
Barge
This is great.
The Rhythm of the Night.
Even the earlier stuff, even before, like their debut album. I like it.
All This Love.
Yes.
I mean, you can't be in a bad mood listening to.
You know how much times I call into Devon requesting The Barge in my lifetime? He knows.
The Slow Jam is a time review one, right? The song you dance slow with your girlfriend at intermediate school, right?
Yeah.
Time will reveal, all that. Yeah, even the sample that everybody, the one that from Tupac's song and all these R&B songs came from The Barge. You know what I mean? The Dream song. So So I'll say The Barge.
Okay, I like that.
I would say
We really
probably Tupacalypse Now.
Okay.
That was like his first solo album. And then probably Off the Wall, Michael Jackson.
Oh, nice.
We have a lot of Michael Jacksons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of R&B.
All right.
For sure.
Yeah,
I
right
like
before he went off the rails. You know what I mean?
Off the wall, off the rails.
Yeah.
It's interesting because a lot of people call out Thriller, but
Off the Wall is
Off the Wall is
good
way
too.
better.
Thriller was more commercialized to me.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Well, I think you only think that because it spawned 11 number 1 songs or whatever.
That's
off the
probably
album.
it.
Yeah.
But even on Thriller, my favorite song is the one that's not is PYT.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's not even like one of the more popular songs in the mainstream.
Pretty, I think, one of the best songs.
Yeah.
That's true.
That is true, man.
All right. Anyway.
All right. Okay. Thanks.
I appreciate the enthusiasm in the question too, by the way.
All right.
They didn't make me do this at all.
Fine.
They always make me do stuff. Anyway. See you later.
Okay.
Take care.